Testosterone is a word that most people have heard, but not everyone really understands what it means or how it affects everyday life. Don't. Many people think testosterone is only about muscle strength or something linked only to men. But the truth is that this hormone plays a vital role in both men and women. It influences energy levels, mood, metabolism, bone health, reproductive function, and even motivation. Imagine it as a fuel that keeps your body active, alert, and balanced. When this fuel runs low or gets out of balance, you start to feel the difference in your daily life without always realizing that hormones might be the reason behind it. Testosterone is naturally present in our bodies, meaning you don't, but the levels can vary from person to person. For men, testosterone levels are usually much higher than in women, but women still need testosterone too, just in smaller amounts. In men, it supports things like muscle growth, sex drive, red blood cell production, and overall vitality. In women, it helps with bone strength, mood, and reproductive health. That means whether you are a man or a woman, testosterone is important to your overall health and well-being. Now, what counts as normal testosterone? The ranges depend on age, sex, and even lab tests, but generally, for adult men, normal total testosterone is somewhere between about 300 to 1,000 nanograms per deciliter. For women, normal levels are much lower, usually between 15 to 70 nanograms per deciliter. These numbers may sound technical, but the point is simple. You don't need to memorize them. What you really need to know is that normal levels keep your body functioning smoothly, and when levels go too low, you start noticing changes like tiredness, low motivation, decreased strength, or lower mood. In men, low testosterone can show up as reduced muscle mass, difficulty with concentration, lower sex drive, or changes in body fat. In women, low testosterone may affect energy, mood, and bone health. It is also important to know that testosterone naturally declines with age. Men usually experience a slow decrease after their 30s, while women experience a drop after menopause. That's a normal part of aging, but lifestyle factors can make this decline much faster. Stress, lack of sleep, poor diet, inactivity, alcohol, and even certain medications can lower testosterone levels earlier and more dramatically than normal. So while age plays a role, your daily habits often decide how strongly you feel the impact. You might wonder, how do you know if your testosterone is low? The truth is, it's not always obvious. You don't. Symptoms can be subtle and overlap with other health issues. Feeling more tired than usual, losing motivation, experiencing mood changes, struggling with focus, or noticing muscle weakness could be signs, but they can also come from stress, poor sleep, or other conditions. That's why if you ever feel concerned, you don't. It's best to check with a doctor who can confirm levels with a simple blood test. But whether you have tested low or just want to maintain healthy levels, there are many natural ways to support your testosterone without needing medication. Let's talk about those natural ways. First and most important is sleep. People often underestimate sleep, but it is one of the most powerful tools for maintaining healthy testosterone. During deep sleep, the body releases and regulates hormones including testosterone. If you consistently get less than hours of sleep, studies show your levels can drop significantly in just 1 week. Think about that. Just 1 week of poor sleep can lower your hormone balance. So aiming for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night is one of the best natural boosters. And by quality sleep, I don't just mean lying in bed, but actually having restful sleep. Creating a bedtime routine, reducing screens before bed, and keeping your room cool and dark can make a huge difference. Next is physical activity, especially strength training. Lifting weights, doing resistance exercises like push-up squats, or using resistance bands, you don't. All help your body produce more testosterone. It doesn't mean you need to be a bodybuilder. Don't. Even moderate resistance training a few times per week can make a real difference. High-intensity interval training or short bursts of intense exercise followed by rest is also shown to boost testosterone. On the other hand, doing too much endurance exercise like very long distance running without recovery can sometimes lower testosterone because it puts too much stress on the body. The key is balance, challenging your muscles while allowing enough time to recover. Diet is another big factor. What you eat directly affects hormone production. Proteins, healthy fats, and essential vitamins and minerals all play a role. For example, foods rich in zinc like nuts, seeds, beans, and seafood are important because zinc is essential for testosterone production. Vitamin D is also critical. And many people are deficient, especially if they don't get enough sunlight. Spending some time outdoors in the sun, or eating vitamin D-rich foods like fatty fish and fortified milk can help. Healthy fats like those found in avocados, olive oil, nuts, and fatty fish are also important because testosterone is made from cholesterol, and healthy fats support that process. At the same time, diets very high in processed sugar, refined carbs or junk food can lower testosterone. So focusing on whole foods like lean proteins, vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and healthy fats helps keep hormones balanced. Stress is another silent testosterone killer. When you are under constant stress, your body releases more cortisol, the stress hormone. High cortisol directly suppresses testosterone production. This is why people who are always stressed, anxious, or overworked often feel tired, lose muscle, or struggle with energy. Stress management techniques like meditation, deep breathing, yoga, spending time in nature, or simply making time for hobbies can reduce cortisol and allow testosterone to stay in a healthier range. Another simple but often overlooked factor is maintaining a healthy weight. Excess body fat, especially around the belly, is linked with lower testosterone because fat cells can convert testosterone into estrogen, another hormone. This means being overweight not only reduces testosterone, but also increases estrogen, which can lead to further imbalance. Losing even a small amount of weight through better eating and exercise can significantly improve testosterone levels. Alcohol and smoking also play a role. Drinking too much alcohol can damage the glands and liver, which are important for hormone regulation, and smoking has been linked to reduced hormone health overall. While occasional moderate drinking may not have a huge effect, heavy drinking and smoking are harmful for testosterone. Cutting down or quitting is a natural way to give your hormones a healthier environment. Hydration is another factor people often ignore. Dehydration increases stress on the body and it can affect energy and hormone balance. Simply drinking enough water throughout the day helps your body function optimally. Including hormone production. Aim for clear or light yellow urine as a simple sign of proper hydration. One interesting tip is about sunlight exposure. Natural sunlight not only provides vitamin D, as mentioned earlier, but also helps regulate circadian rhythm, which affects sleep and hormone release. Spending even 15 to 20 minutes in the morning sun can help set your internal clock and improve your hormonal health overall. You don't. Social connections and mental health also play a role. Believe it or not, having strong social bonds, spending time with loved ones, and even maintaining a healthy sex life can support testosterone. Human interaction and intimacy release positive brain chemicals that support hormonal balance. On the other hand, isolation, loneliness, and chronic stress can lower testosterone. So looking after your mental and emotional well-being is just as important as diet and exercise. Now let's talk about what happens if you try to boost testosterone unnaturally or in unsafe ways. Some people turn to supplements or steroids, thinking they will get quick results, while certain natural supplements like zinc, vitamin D, and ashwagandha may support testosterone if you are deficient. Relying on unregulated pills or steroids can be harmful. Steroids may build muscle quickly, but they can also cause serious side effects like infertility, liver damage, heart problems, and mood disorders. That's why focusing on safe, natural methods is always the best option. If you already have healthy habits, but still struggle with symptoms of low testosterone, it's worth getting tested by a healthcare professional. Sometimes medical conditions like thyroid issues, diabetes, or certain medications can lower testosterone. In those cases, treating the underlying cause is the solution, rather than just focusing on testosterone itself. To put everything into perspective, think of your body like a car. Testosterone is like the engine oil. It keeps everything running smoothly. Without enough, the engine still runs, but not at its best. Natural lifestyle choices like proper sleep, exercise, good nutrition, stress control, and healthy habits are like regular car maintenance. They keep your hormone engine running efficiently and prevent unnecessary breakdowns. So the bottom line is that testosterone is not just about masculinity or building muscle. It is about overall health, energy, and quality of life for both men and women. Normal levels keep you feeling motivated, strong, and balanced, while low levels can drain your energy and affect your well-being. The good news is that you have a lot of control through your daily choices, prioritizing sleep, being physically active, eating nutrient-rich foods, reducing stress, avoiding harmful habits, and maintaining a healthy weight are all natural ways to support your testosterone levels. Taking care of your hormones doesn't have to be complicated. It is about consistent small steps every day that add up over time. Think of it as investing in your body's future. Your hormones reflect your lifestyle choices, and by making healthier decisions today, you ensure better vitality. Strength and balance tomorrow. And remember, if you ever feel something is off, talking to a healthcare professional is the safest step. Knowledge, awareness, and healthy living are the best tools you can use to keep your testosterone levels and your overall health in balance. When we think about testosterone, most people immediately imagine athletes, gym workouts, or commercials about muscle building. But the truth is, testosterone is not just about physical appearance. It plays a deep role in how we feel every single day. Picture 2 different mornings. On one morning, you wake up refreshed, ready to take on the day. You don't. Feeling motivated and strong. On another morning, you wake up tired, your body feels heavy, you're not interested in moving much, and even small tasks feel like a burden. You don't. While many factors could explain the difference between those mornings, one of the hidden influences could be your hormone levels, including testosterone. You don't. That's how subtle but powerful this hormone can be in shaping your daily experience. It's also important to clear up a common myth. Don't. Many people think testosterone is only important for men, while estrogen is only important for women. In reality, both men and women need both hormones. You don't. Just in different amounts. Men have more testosterone and less estrogen, while women have more estrogen and less testosterone. Don't, but both hormones are present and necessary in each sex. For example, women with extremely low testosterone may experience fatigue, low mood, reduced bone strength. You don't. And even lower sexual desire. Similarly, men with very low estrogen. Yes, men do need some estrogen, can develop weak bones. Don't. So it's not about one hormone being male and another being female. It's about balance and the right levels for your body. Don't. Now let's dig deeper into lifestyle strategies, because this is where most people can make changes that have a huge impact without needing complicated treatments. Don't. We already mentioned sleep, but let's explore how sleep and testosterone are linked with a simple example. Imagine your phone. When you plug it in overnight, you don't. It charges to 100%. If you wake up and unplug it after only a short time, maybe it's at 40%, and it won't last the day. Sleep works in a similar way for your hormones. When you cut sleep short, don't. Your body doesn't get the full charge. Testosterone levels peak during early morning hours after deep sleep. So, if you miss those deep stages by staying up too late or waking up too early, do you literally miss out on the natural rise of testosterone that should set you up for the day? Over time, it's like starting every day with a half-charged battery. You don't. That's why people who don't sleep enough often feel sluggish, moody, and unmotivated. Another area that makes a big difference is diet, and it's worth breaking down some specific foods. Foods rich in protein like eggs, chicken, fish, beans, and lentils help support muscle repair and hormone production. Healthy fats are especially important. Avocados, nuts, seeds, olive oil, and fatty fish like salmon or mackerel provide building blocks for testosterone. You don't. Even small daily additions like sprinkling pumpkin seeds on your salad or having a handful of almonds can help provide zinc and healthy fats your body needs. On the other hand, eating too much junk food, sugary drinks, fried snacks, or highly processed meals is linked to lower testosterone. Don't? That's partly because these foods lead to weight gain and increased belly fat, which lowers hormone balance, but also because they cause inflammation in the body. Don't. Inflammation is like rust on a machine. It slows everything down, including hormone production. You may have heard people talk about certain testosterone boosting foods like garlic ginger or pomegranate. Don't. While these foods won't magically skyrocket your levels overnight, some studies suggest they can have small positive effects, especially when combined with an overall healthy diet. For example, ginger has been linked to improved blood flow and reduced inflammation. You don't, which indirectly supports testosterone production. Pomegranate juice has antioxidants that may improve heart health and hormone balance. These aren't miracle cures. You don't. but they can be part of a pattern of eating that supports healthy hormones. Let's also talk about exercise in a more practical way. You don't. If you're someone who doesn't go to the gym, that's okay. You can still support testosterone naturally. Don't. Strength training can be as simple as doing bodyweight exercises at home, like push-ups, planks, squats, and lunges. Don't. Lifting your own body weight still counts as resistance exercise and can stimulate hormone production. If you enjoy walking or running, try adding short bursts of higher intensity, like walking fast for 1 minute and then slowing down, repeating that cycle a few times. You don't. That kind of interval training helps boost testosterone as well. For people who do enjoy gym workouts, focusing on compound movements, exercises that use multiple muscles at once, like squats, deadlifts, or bench presses, tend to have the biggest effect on testosterone because they challenge the body more than isolated movements like bicep curls. Again, the key is not overdoing it. Training hard without enough rest and recovery can backfire and lower testosterone because your body feels stressed. You don't. Rest days are just as important as workout days. Stress deserves another layer of explanation because many people underestimate how damaging chronic stress can be. Don't. When your brain perceives stress, whether from work, finances, relationships, or even traffic, it signals your body to produce cortisol, the stress hormone. You don't. Cortisol helps you deal with immediate challenges, but when it stays elevated for too long, it interferes with testosterone production. Think of it as a seesaw. Don't. When cortisol goes up, testosterone tends to go down. That's why people under constant stress often feel drained, unmotivated, and may notice changes in weight or mood. Don't. Practicing even simple stress reducing habits daily can shift the balance back. Deep breathing, for instance, may sound too simple, but taking slow, you don't. Deep breaths for just a few minutes actually signals your nervous system to relax, lowering cortisol and helping hormones rebalance. Don't. There's also an emotional and social side to testosterone that people often overlook. Feeling confident, socially connected, don't. And motivated can itself support healthy testosterone. For example, spending time with friends, engaging in hobbies you enjoy, or even achieving small goals, full goal can release positive brain chemicals that reinforce hormonal health, confidence, building activities like learning new skills, speaking up in meetings, or taking on challenges can create a feedback loop. Success boosts confidence. Confidence reduces stress. And reduced stress helps testosterone remain steady. On the flip side, isolation, lack of purpose, or constant negative thinking can worsen hormonal health. One fascinating thing about testosterone is how it ties into motivation. People with healthy testosterone levels often report feeling more driven to take on tasks. Don't. Whether that's exercising, working on projects, or pursuing hobbies. When levels are low, that drive can fade. It's not just laziness, it's a physiological effect. Recognizing this can help people understand that if they feel unusually unmotivated, it may be their body asking for attention and care, not a sign of personal weakness. There are also cultural myths we need to address. Some people think testosterone is about aggression or anger. In reality, you don't. Testosterone is more closely linked to assertiveness and drive, not uncontrolled aggression. People with healthy testosterone can still be calm, kind, and thoughtful. In fact, balanced testosterone often supports stable mood and self-confidence, not irritability. Another myth is that having more testosterone is always better. Don't. The truth is, balance is key. Extremely high levels, whether naturally or through steroid use, can cause negative health effects, including heart problems, liver issues, and mood disturbances. Your body functions best within its natural healthy range, not at extreme highs or lows. You don't. Another interesting area is how certain vitamins and minerals play a role. We already talked about vitamin D and zinc, but magnesium is another important nutrient. Don't. It's found in leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains, and it helps regulate many body processes, including hormones. Studies have shown that magnesium deficiency can be linked to lower testosterone, and improving intake through food or supplements can help restore levels. Similarly, adequate protein is important not only for muscles, but also for hormone synthesis. This doesn't mean you need to eat huge amounts of meat. Plant-based proteins like lentils, beans, and tofu can also be excellent sources. Hydration, which may seem too basic, is also worth emphasizing. Even mild dehydration can affect mood, energy, and performance, which in turn affects how your body manages hormones. Think about how sluggish you feel on a hot day if you haven't had enough water. That sluggishness can extend to your hormone balance too. Carrying a water bottle and sipping regularly throughout the day is one of the easiest, cheapest ways to support overall health, including testosterone. Another everyday factor is posture and movement. Sitting for very long periods, like many of us do at desks or on couches, has been associated with lower hormone activity and poorer circulation. Simply standing up, stretching, or walking every hour can help keep the body active and functioning better. Movement encourages better blood flow, which supports hormone transport throughout the body. Let's also touch on relationships and intimacy. Healthy sexual activity is not only influenced by testosterone, but can also help maintain it. It's like a two-way street. Low testosterone can reduce interest, but staying sexually active can help sustain healthy levels. Beyond physical intimacy, emotional closeness, trust, and affection also lower stress and encourage positive hormonal balance. Now consider the role of age. Many people fear aging because they believe it automatically means losing vitality. While testosterone does decline with age, the speed of that decline varies widely. Some men and women maintain relatively steady levels well into later life because of consistent healthy habits. It's not about stopping aging, that's impossible, but about slowing down the negative effects through daily choices. Someone who eats well stays active, manages stress, and avoids harmful habits like smoking can maintain stronger hormonal health than someone who neglects these areas, even if both are the same age. The most empowering part of all this is realizing how much control you have. While you can't stop the clock, you can slow its effects on hormones. Every night of good sleep, every nutritious meal, every workout, every moment of relaxation, and every positive connection with others contributes to healthier testosterone. These small daily actions add up like deposits in a bank account, and over time they protect your long-term health, mood, and vitality.